Welcome to Ignite Success. I'm your host, Snowden McFall, professional speaker, author, and trainer, and I'm here today with Liz DeWitt, and she is our Blazing Trails segment. She is the president of the Florida Beverage Association and newly elected chair of Keep Florida Beautiful. Welcome, Liz.
Thank you so much for having me today.
I'm delighted to have you here. So tell us a little bit about what the Florida Beverage Association is.
Sure. So we represent non-alcoholic beverages in the Sunshine State. So that's Keurig Dr. Pepper, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola. We provide about 19,000 jobs across the state and have a direct economic impact of about $13 billion.
$13 billion. Is that annually?
Yes.
That's fabulous.
Yes.
So we make a big, you make a big impact on the economy.
That's right.
That's wonderful. So what's exciting to me to hear is the initiative of Keep Florida Beautiful and how actively involved the beverage companies are in this, because I know people think, oh, there's a lot of bottles and cans, but actually you're one of the more progressive focuses is on recycling.
That's correct. So the beverage industry actually was a founding member of Keep America Beautiful, and then we have state affiliates, so Keep Florida Beautiful. I think one of the things that we spoke about earlier was that the authenticity of the volunteers here in Florida, because it is such a volunteer-based organization. There's county affiliates. There's one in Duval County, Keep Duval County Beautiful, Keep Orange County Beautiful, all across the state. So, and they're really focused on inspiring people to recycle and beautify their communities and be proud of where you live and work.
Right, and that's and we all know how trash that's thrown away and not recycled can really mar the beauty of our communities.
That is correct.
So let's talk a little bit about recycling, because I was very excited to hear what you had to say. I'm a longtime environmentalist. I believe in recycling, always have. And we all got confused when a couple of months ago it was announced that China wasn't doing the recycling that they've been doing with plastic. But that only relates to a certain kind of plastic, and Liz can tell us about that.
Yeah, so that basically relates to films, plastic films and packaging. As far as the PET bottles, which would be the soda bottles or the water bottles that we use, those are fully recyclable. I think we're the only product that can say it's 100% recyclable from the cap to the bottle. There's a big market, especially in the South, for PET. They use it not only we use it to put into new bottles, but they also use it for carpets and textiles and clothing. So when I hear people in cities say, well, China's not taking any plastic, we should just stop recycling it, that's not the case, especially here in Florida.
So that's really important that you pay attention here, that all the glass and plastic and is 100% recyclable. That includes the caps, and you want to keep the caps on the bottles, right?
You do.
Keep the caps on the bottles. That's 100% recyclable and in high demand in the south of the United States. And that's really important for you to know. The part that isn't recyclable, that the problem with China, is the film, like the shrink wrap that you would have around a package, and maybe your plastic bags that you get at the grocery store.
Right, but I would say that the grocery stores a lot of times have recycling programs for those bags and films. It just may not be accepted in your curbside recycling. So you could still recycle those, you just have to take it to somewhere that's specified for those specific products.
Right, I know Publix has a big
that's right.
container that accepts all those plastic bags, so they will recycle those, which is awesome. I mean, that's not in the landfill anymore. That's wonderful, which is wonderful. It makes such a difference. And there's also a health initiative, I understand.
We do. We have a health initiative called the Balanced Calorie Initiative, and it's a partnership with the Alliance for a Healthier Generation and the Clinton Foundation, and its goal is to reduce the calories consumed per person by 20% by 2025, and we do that by offering beverages that are fewer calories, smaller portion size, and less sugar. I would say that right now 50% of the drinks that we sell are zero sugar.
Wow, 50%.
50%.
That's awesome.
That is. So a lot of people, we see a lot more water. We have the sparkling waters, the kombuchas, coconut waters. Our products a lot of times are about convenience and staying hydrated.
Right.
And we just want to give people options. And so we say balance what you eat, drink, and do. So if you're having a day where you're doing a lot of physical activity, you might choose a drink that has a few more calories to replenish what you've burned. But if you're on the couch watching TV, you might want to have water or something else that's low calorie.
Right. That's great. So it's a balance. And we know in health, everything is balance, right?
That is correct.
So what kinds of things do you recommend that people consider when they're thinking about their beverage intake and when they're also considering their whole approach to keeping Florida beautiful?
So all of our products have clear on calories on the front, which tells how many calories are in the beverage. So we really encourage people to look at calories and sugar count. I think that's a little bit of a transition from ways things may have been in the past,
yes,
where it wasn't quite as encouraged to look at the calorie label, but you should do that on your food and your beverages, right?
Right.
So I always say too, if you're having 6 cheeseburgers and a water, that's not going to balance out either. So
No,
you
that's not going to work.
Right. Right. So we look at all that, and then we tell everyone, recycle your products. We want them back. We want to reuse them. Other people will reuse them too, but it's just a great initiative, and we're so proud to be part of Keep Florida Beautiful here in the state.
And that's really exciting. And I know you've had a long career in corporate, and you've been with the Beverage Association for 5 years now. Mm-hmm. And so what would you say is your greatest advice for women who might be in corporate or who might be in the professional world and they're thinking about next steps? Maybe they want to raise families, they want to make changes. What would you recommend?
Right, so I think we talked before, I was on the corporate side, so this has been a good transition for me. I think one of the things, there's not really a balance, it's a prioritization. And I think once you can prioritize what's going to be important for that day or even that hour, if it's, you really need to work on a work project, or your kid has a special sports event,
right,
something's got to give. So really giving yourself some leeway on that. And I think one of my keywords is grace, giving myself grace. I can't do it all. I make mistakes, and I need to ask for help. So I think looking at those things and then finding a job that's flexible enough to fit with your lifestyle has been key for me, and really helps me out, and it helps me enjoy more what I do on a day-to-day basis.
Well, thanks so much for being with us and for all you do.
Thank you.